Welcome to an all-new Lay It Omni. Allow me to lay it on you. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. So it appears the Pokimane situation drama, whatever you want to call it, has finally reached an end. Yesterday, Pokimane issued an apology on her channel addressing all of the major concerns people had, while also clarifying what appeared to be some misunderstandings from other claims. It's a 15-minute video where it was titled My Overdue Apology. And while it might seem a little bit long, it actually goes by pretty quickly because she just talks about so many points so quickly and goes over so many different topics. It's a quick 15-minute video, and if you've been invested in the whole situation, it's worth the watch. If you didn't know, this apology video came out like after 1 billion YouTubers blasted her over the past week and a half. It's actually been insane how many people have come out and made videos about her. But if you're still going to be lazy and not watch it though, I don't blame you, okay? I don't have time to watch every single video that I, come across as well. So I'll just let you guys know what I gathered. There's basically several main takeaways from the video. Number one, she apologized again for her interactions with blowbacks. Again, if you guys don't know about blowbacks, there was a situation a couple years back where she basically took down some of his videos, or a specific video where she was basically making tweets about Keemstar, and then he, blowbacks, made a video basically showcasing all of those tweets, and then she got upset that he did that. Yeah, she apologized for that situation. I don't think this was the first time she apologized, but she apologized again. She apologized for the video takedowns that she was involved in, but she also clarified that there were others that were done that weren't done by her at all, so she clarified that. She apologized for what she did with It's a Gundam regarding his sponsor, and basically said it's not good to go after people's livelihoods and, not take down or attack anybody's sponsors, and that she doesn't want to see, this kind of trend going forward. She also said moving forward, she was always just going to focus on the content itself and never actually the person or the sponsors behind the video. She apologized for saying the N-word 7 years ago, and she doesn't condone that behavior. She addresses the fact that people comment about her looks and says it's okay to be glammed up and, not have makeup. Okay, it's okay to be, the pretty version of yourself, and you can also look like the terrible looking version of yourself. Both of those things are okay. She addresses the fact that if she was to be in a relationship, which she has not confirmed or denied, that she would want it to be private. And finally, she says that she wants to do better, and she kind of just accepts responsibility for, all the actions that she's been doing over the past couple of months, aka years. So yeah, that's the gist of it. Again, the summary is not really going to do it justice. It's something that you could watch, but at the same time, if you don't feel like watching it, I totally understand. All in all, I'd say it was a good apology, and by good apology, I think I say it's a good apology just because I've seen a lot worse apologies. I've seen terrible, horrible, fake apologies that don't address anything, or they do address things and they kind of justify their own actions the entirety of the time, or they're sitting there and they're crying, or they have that deep sigh in the beginning of the video. I've seen so many apologies where I can just tell that the person who's apologizing is trying to appeal to emotion and not actually address the situation. It kind of pisses me off. So yeah, when I see this video, I don't really see her trying to do any of those things. I see her basically addressing specifically the criticism that has been made about her, and at the same time I don't see her trying to get any kind of pity or anything like that. She's not asking for people to support her in some kind of way. She's not asking for people to help her or defend her. She's just straight up talking and not really making a big fuss, hissy fit or anything about it. So yeah, I think in that retrospect she did pretty well with the apology. And I mean, if you're finally in a place where you can take the criticism of what everyone has been saying and actually address it, apologize and not try to justify or excuse yourself for your actions, then to me, you did right, because I think that's basically the best way to apologize. If someone did something wrong to me and they did it like that, I'd be like, all right, okay, now I gotta decide if I want to accept it or not. But in terms of what I would want in that situation, this video is basically what it is. Anyway, shortly after the video was made yesterday, Blowbacks made his own response video where he accepts her apology and gives her more feedback on how he views her. He still criticizes her and talks about the situation and how she could have handled it, but overall it looks like he's just saying all right, I forgive you for what you did to me specifically, but I can't speak up on the rest of the situation when it affects other people. Since this point, there hasn't been any videos made by It's a Gundam or Leafy or any of the other commentary channels that initially criticized her. My guess is that Leafy is going to keep trolling and probably milk 2 to 3 or 4 more videos out of this apology, because that's just Leafy and that's just what he does. I think a lot of this situation falls back on It's a Gundam and whether or not he accepts her apology, simply because the situation between her and Gundam seems to have been the largest catalyst, creating this dog pile on her basically. Don't get me wrong, she did a lot of things which she apologized for in the video, but I think the sponsorship piece was the most damaging to her reputation and damaging to another person. So I think this is basically the core of out of all of the drama that needs to be addressed. But yeah, anyway, I'll just leave my final thoughts on the apology, Pokimane, and the situation that's come from it. I'll be real, I like commentary channels and people who criticize others. I do think it's important to kind of keep people accountable, especially when they're bigger, names or overall asshats who feel like they can get away with anything because they're big. I don't think that's Pokimane, but there's been a lot of people in the past who have just, you know, gotten a big hit, and then the commentary community would just come at them and take them down a peg and make them kind of like, hey, like you need to address the criticism coming at you. You can't just, you know, coast. So yeah, even when the criticism is harsh or negative or rude, I do think it's important to kind of keep that element in the YouTube game. At the same time, again, I do think it, you know, snowballs. Like it's like, again, you can have valid criticism towards a person, but then it kind of snowballs into like this huge hate train, this huge assault train, and no matter what happens from it, the internet won't apologize. It's like the internet won't be like, hey, I'm sorry for, you know, like making fun of your looks, or I'm sorry for being an asshole, or talking about points that don't even matter. The internet won't apologize. It's only going to be the other person, so that's just what's going to happen. It is what it is. I don't think the apology itself vindicates Pokimane from all the previous things and actions that she's done, but I do think it's finally the step in the right direction. Like, I think previously Pokimane handled criticism in situations that led to this point not so well. That's kind of how it got to this point. And whether it was a spur of the moment reaction or because she felt angry or mad, whatever, pretty sure all of this would have been a non-issue if the energy she put into this apology video was basically the energy that she put in beforehand for all those other situations. So to finally have Pokimane apologize is a good thing, okay? For her to acknowledge the criticism and not just deflect, or I don't know, put up a weird comeback tweet or ignore it altogether is really good. It's essentially the only thing that you can actually ask for in a person out of this situation. To me, I don't think like Pokimane is evil. Like, to me, she seems like she's a chill person, to be honest, if you're friends with her. If you're not, she definitely seems like the type to like block you out entirely, like, which I don't blame. You know, like when you're someone, you're that huge a persona, you have all these people talking to you, you don't want to, you know, get caught up or swept up into the negativity into your life. But, you know, at the same time, your actions have to match your words. So it feels like this message, this video is finally what's happening. So it's a huge step in the right direction. What else again? I think it's key that we hear from It's a Gundam. To be honest, with how things have been going, I think it would actually be profitable for commentary channels and people who she's apologized to not accept her apology, as wild as that sounds. Like, it seems like the longer this beef draws out, the more views and subs people get from the Pokimane hate train. So to see channels acknowledge her apology seems good. It seems like a step in the right direction, but like, yeah, I think the whole point is if someone is finally taking responsibility and doing right things, that we should be open to that. And, you know, if someone is doing the right things or taking the right directions or the right steps and people are still trying to like dogpile them, then I feel like we're kind of just at this point it's just harassment, okay? Because then what's the point? What's the point of actually trolling or making these criticisms or making these videos when the person who comes out and says, okay, I watched your video, I saw your criticism, and I'm sorry, and then you keep going? Like, at that point it's just like, dog, now you're just milking the views and you don't even want someone to change. You just want to bash a person. That's, you know, a step in the wrong direction. Most importantly, apologies are just words, so it's hard to say how someone like really feels, but I think if she, you know, like takes further steps to resolve things, how like if she makes peace with It's a Gundam, that would mean a lot. That would be a deal breaker, because at the end of the day, the people who dislike Pokimane only want to see a few things. Number one, acknowledge that you messed up. Number two, apologize. And then number three, prove through your actions that you're done doing those things. And that's it, to be honest. Like, I mean, yeah, there's gonna be plenty of trolls and buttheads calling anyone who supports her a simp, you know, forever and ever, you know, just radiating that troll energy. But realistically, I don't feel like the majority of the people who are in this situation are as brainless as some people think. So yeah, again, step in the right direction. I think going forward, she'll probably be better with my criticism, is my guess. I say the situation has ended, but at the same time, I feel like Leafy is still going to go ham no matter what. I mean, think about it, you know, like Leafy has no reason to make a video that says, hey, you apologize, that's great, now everything is okay. Leafy isn't some holier than thou judge or whatever, seeking justice or supporting good people or hurting bad people or whatever, okay? He's not Batman, all right? He's just Leafy. He's a troll. He's going to shit talk because he can, and he's going to do it some more until he gets bored or until someone else stands out more. If for whatever reason he made a 180 on the Pokimane situation, I'm pretty sure his own fan base would call him a simp for it. So yeah, I don't expect anything different from him. But yeah, anyway, let me know what you guys think about the apology and the situation, whatnot. Let me know in the comments below. Sorry again for the no cam. It's still busted at the moment. I need to get it fixed. I don't know what's wrong with it, so we're back to the basics. But I don't think it's that bad, so you know, I don't mind this, you know, style of video. But for now, this is what's going to have to be done. And yeah, thanks again for all the recent support. If you guys made it this far, I hope you guys liked the video. Subscribe, yada yada. You know the deal, okay? All right, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Take it easy and stay hydrated.